Let's go with Scrappy Survivors.
Uh,
It's really aura and equipment like focused,
Scrappy
along with
Survivors.
like they have junk that is involved, and we'll once we get to this. All right. So the commander is going to be Dog Meat Ever Loyal, red, white, green, 3/3 doggo, and Dog Meat ETBs mill 5 cards and return an aura equipment card from the graveyard to your hand. And then whenever a creature you control that's enchanted or equipped attacks, create a junk token. Now that isn't just once per turn or a player. It's anything that attacks that has an aura equipment on it. We'll create a junk token for you, and that junk token sacrifices it. You get to exile the top card, and you can cast it. Is that this turn?
Yeah, this turn. And then
this
only
turn.
activate as a sorcery.
It only is sorcery. So as you look at the card, it's aura, it's equipment, it's kind of a little bit of mill, but I would not, in those colors, you're not going to be really able to mill yourself very well. So I wouldn't count on that. And then the junk tokens playing from exile could be something there. But I think the deck is really geared in towards aura and equipment. And I would say don't split the difference. And this deck does. Choose heavy into one or the other because there's just better cards that you can be putting in. I went with cards that split the difference as well, just because there's only so many cards you can add in for $20 and stuff like that. This one I cut 7 cards from the deck.
Okay.
It's going to be Bighorn Rancher, which is just too expensive for the mana production. Brotherhood Outcast, Super Mutant Scavenger, Commander Sophia Dagur, Blasphemous Act. I always cut that card from these things. It's just a boring card.
Right.
You keep it in if you like it, but it's just boring. Abundant Growth and Buried Ruin. Never play Buried Ruin. It ramps everybody. Stop it. Stop putting in decks. So those are 7 cards that I would cut. My budget, I came in at $10.51. So
Oh shit.
yeah, real cheap. So some of the cards that I went, like I said, I did cards that split the difference, and we can go down to the ads now. And this is Miss Worldwide. I don't know why mine's on top. We can go down if we.
You changed it
Like
to
you do.
Mr. Worldwide,
I don't know what was it called.
Mr. Unlimited.
Oh, that's right. Pitbull.
I didn't even catch that when I looked at your deck. Mr. Worldwide.
In my head, I'm going Mr. Worldwide instead of Mr. Worldwide. So
Oh, that's fantastic.
I'll have to change that around, I guess.
Mr. Worldwide.
All right. Budget upgrades. We have Armored Sky Hunter, which is a creature, has flying. Whenever it attacks, you get to look at the top 6 cards, and you can put an aura or equipment into play from those 6 and equip it or attach it to any creature on the battlefield
That's pretty nice
that
to cheat
you
stuff in.
control. So it does have to be something that you control, and then you just put the rest on the bottom. It's great card advantage. You're digging really deep. It has flying, so that evasion, you don't have to worry about it. 4 mana come out. It just seems like a no-brainer to me.
I like it.
Next one is Danitha Caption. It's from Dominaria, but a 2/2 first strike, vigilance, lifelink, and then auras and equipment spells cost 1 less to cast. You got over 20 of each of those types, so you will be reducing plenty of spells. It's going to hit a lot of turns. And I do think cost reduction is highly underplayed. So go check out like familiars in general. They will reduce the cost from like, what was it? I don't remember at this point, but go check out cost reductors in your colors and you will be very happy. It's like the medallions.
Yeah.
Everybody plays those, but like I think you underappreciate how good they are.
Right. Yeah,
So-
I'll admit, like, I don't use them as much as I probably should. Especially medallions. I'll put medallions in if I'm in a one,
In a
maybe
one
two
color,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, all right.
Next one is Silhana Ledgewalker, and this is just as it's only like 5 cents or whatever, just reprinted, but but it's a 1/1 hexproof and can't be blocked except by creatures with flying. Basically, when you have some type of Voltron-y deck, and that's kind of what auras and equipment are, if you're heavy into that, you want to be able to protect your creatures or have the creatures protect themselves. And so this is more of just like an idea of adding more cards in that aren't just going to straight up die when you put your aura on it and it does nothing. It's a 2-for-1. You're going to lose really quick if your creature does not have indestructible or hexproof. Like, you kind of need those things going on. Next one is Silk Guard. This is a great card. It's $3-ish. 1 green X, but put 1/1 counters on each of up to X target creatures you control. Auras, equipments, and modified creatures you control gain hexproof until end of turn. Basically, in an aura and equipment deck, it's 1 green. Those creatures gain hexproof. Again, this is something that's really great if you go the route of having cards that protect your creatures versus creatures that protect themselves. And so that's something that you're just going to want to check out whatever you do. But Silk Guard fits in a ton of counters, equipment, like anything modified.
So
this
much.
helps.
Yep. And even if you don't have a lot of modified stuff in it, but it adds the token, the counter, which makes them modified. So it ends up helping you out that way.
So it's fantastic at green, but if you need to pay more and protect what you want, also great. Songbird's Blessing just came out in Eldraine in the fall, but 4 mana aura. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal an aura card. You may put that card onto the battlefield. If you do put it in, if you don't put it in your hand, put the rest on the bottom.
That's pretty good. I actually didn't even know about that card. I like that card.
This is in between $4 and $5. This is the most expensive. This is half of the $10 budget that I have in here. And this, it's with the difference is like, I don't worry about needing to have that balance because you're not, you're just going to go get an aura. You don't have to like look at the top 4 or top 6 or whatever, like the cat at the top, but it's going to get an aura and you're going to be able to use it. And so it's card advantage and aura. It's going to be pretty solid. SRAM is the next one, Senior Artificer, and it's just going to draw you more cards. Auras, equipment. There is a couple of vehicles in here as well, maybe 1 or 2. You'll be able to draw off of those. Just more draw opportunities is really important. SRAM even though really the junk ones are really nice that Dogmeat is creating, I would have to play with that more to see how effective that is. And really what we might need is more like top deck manipulation, like being able to or scroll rack. Like in these colors, you basically got to have that.
And then
the last one is Wylith, Soul of Steel. 1 red, white, 2/2 trample. Whenever it attacks, draw a card for each aura and equipment attached to it. So it's just one of those cards that you can slap an aura or equipment on. It has trample, and you're going to be able to draw a card or 2 off of it as well.
Dig it. So
75 cents.
What was your total again? 10 something?
$10.51 for 7 cards swapped in.
Holy crap. All right. Well, now if you didn't have a budget,
Mr. Unlimited,
what would you be adding here? Oh, we got to go up. That's right. To Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah. So these ones end up being a little bit more specific for one or the other. Astor allows you to look at the top X amount of cards and put an equipment into your hand, and then your equip cost costs 1.
Huh. Yeah.
And vehicles you control have crew 1. So it really reduces the equip cost of a lot of cards. So pretty easy. Heavenly Blade Master is really cool. 6 mana. You have a higher curve in this too, so I wouldn't put like a bunch of really expensive like CMC into there. But Heavenly Blade Master comes down. You can put everything, all the auras and equipment on it, and then it gives you an army because it boosts all your creatures for each 1/1 counter on it, or whatever equipment aura on it.
Aura. Yeah, I like that.
And it's a beater, flying double strike.
Yeah,
attaches all that stuff.
If you have all that equipment on and then you're pumping your other stuff too, that's crazy. Yep.
Yeah. So Retether is a sorcery, 4 mana. Return each aura card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Only creatures can be enchanted this way. And so this is something that cheaply allows your auras to come back if somebody board wipes you or they're picking on you or there's a mill player like the Mutant Mayhem thing that I'll talk about whenever. But that some type of recursion to bring back your artifacts and equipment in one of those styles of deck generally are pretty important. There's one for like 7 mana that I just didn't go and look it up, but it brings back your artifacts and enchantments. It's like 3 white, 4 colorless. I think it came out in Kamigawa Neon Dynasty.
Oh, is it
So it's
one
a
of
good one.
Is it one of the cycle that they each one had, or no? I know the picture that you're talking about, but yeah.
So that could go in here too, but there's only so many cards I was willing to cut, and these are just extra ones that you could put in. Sage's Reverie. Aura, whenever it enters the battlefield, you get to draw a card for each aura you control that's attached to a creature. Doesn't have to be that one, anyone. And then enchanted creature gets 1/1 for each aura you control that's attached to a creature. Anyone, not just that one.
And that's
so it's a nice draw card.
Oh no, it's you creature you control that's attached to a creature. Okay, cool. 1+1 for each aura you control that's attached. Okay, yep. That's pretty sweet. Oh, and then
So if you're heavy into the auras and you go that route, same thing with Ural the Miststalker. Again, I was thinking like
this reminds me of your old school deck, buddy.
Yeah, that was one of my first commander decks, and I love it. Just want to say, hey, how's it going? It's been a while.
How you doing there, buddy?
And so just having creatures that can protect themselves is important in these kind of decks. And then Sigarda's Aid. This is auras and equipment spells you cast as though they had flash, and whenever an equipment ETBs, you get to free equip it. That one's probably the only real like non-budget one. I could have maybe added that in. I had room. How much is it? 6? 7?
I don't know. It doesn't have. I have to zoom out to do it.
All right, don't worry about it.
Yeah, but Sigarda's is really good. That's it.
Look into your aura. Scryfall equipment or auras and come up with ideas that you really like. And then there's going to be plenty of room in there. Yeah. Because the other thing that I do when I'm doing precons and doing this is I'm trying not to take out the new cards because they're on theme. People are buying Fallout just because it's Fallout. So I'm not going to say take out all the Fallout cards and make a better deck.
What?
I'm just
is that like a shot at me because I took out all the cards that are
no
the bobbleheads?
That's just my fault. I don't care what you do. You can do whatever you want. I'm just saying
I just take bad cards out. I'm like, this is not a good card, even if it is in the Fallout. But I get what you're saying. You're buying the deck. It's a themed, especially the ones that are Fallout. A lot of people are playing the Fallout stuff, and they want all the Fallout stuff in it. So I get that.
Yeah.
But if you were trying to upgrade the deck, get rid of the bad ones. They're putting it in there for theme-wise, but still.
Right. Yeah. And some of the creatures that I mentioned were just overcosted or didn't do enough. So I did take them out. But.
All right. So there you go. All right. So that is that was it. Yep. That was Mr. Worldwide.
Whoops.
Hey gang, the best way to support the Commander Smiths is make sure you slap that like button. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to our channel. Also, check out our online store, commandersmiths.com, where we have metal tokens, mugs, t-shirts, playmats, and more.